Did
we are
what's
started.
his name? Did Miyazaki make a new movie?
Yeah, it's
Don't listen to this guy. He
Original-
freaking pees when he thinks about his mom too much.
what is
Charles
that?
was there.
100.
Who was the first person to say wow?
Wow.
Yeah, put your drinks on the floor
Is
so it
that like
doesn't
a-
make a... No, who was the first person to say
But like,
wow?
is that like an English expression of?
I feel like we should be
amazement?
getting this.
It's going, but we have to introduce ourselves.
So people can hear it now.
I'm probably editing that out.
That part.
What podcast is this?
Huh?
Which number podcast is this?
Number one!
Cool.
Wow, nice.
I don't know what podcast this is for.
L is for number one. Oh, no.
We'll say, yo, podcast time.
Okay.
Play the theme song.
I said a 3, 2, 1, and this is the tough talk,
No,
talking tough.
Stop. No, we'll never have that. That's
What?
a bad idea. Oh, no looking at phones. Gotta talk. You gotta talk.
What do you mean?
Are we starting yet?
Yes, we're trying to start. It's really awkward, though.
What's wrong with the theme song I made?
I think we should just go into it. And just,
Let's hear Joey's theme
go
song.
in it raw.
Dun, 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 dun. Hoo-ah! Talking real tough.
That's cringy. I hated that.
Well, you wanted a little bit of vomit, and you got a little bit of a little tough vomit.
Okay, my name is, just so everybody knows each other's voices, my name is Chris. My favorite color is gray, and I'm proud to be my father's effeminate son.
My name is Diana. My favorite color is blue. 18 years, Tiger Schulman's. Don't mess with me.
My name is Katie. My favorite color is pink, and I like to hoard dogs.
Whore or horde?
Horde.
Whore. It's definitely whore.
Hello, I am Joey. My favorite color is green, and I love chicken.
Oh, hang on. Why did you have to do that voice?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say what that is.
I'm Joey. I'm the guy that did the voice about green chicken.
Awesome.
Well, all right.
When did you guys first start masturbating?
So it was in 4th grade.
Tell me the first story.
I was learning about birds. Okay? I don't know what it was
Birds.
about science. Something I remember, like, specifically their beaks and their feathers. Now, there's one bird.
hate you.
There's 2 birds that come to mind. I had a book, and my teacher kind of made me think of a bird as well. Mrs. Eubanks. What a nice lady. Blonde hair.
Someone said, what if people look her up? Teacher Eubanks.
I hate Joey's story already.
But here it goes.
And
To
I'm
finish
pretty
it off
sure
real
mine could be
quick.
better.
I thought of a yellow bird, but the real bird that stuck with me was a chickadee. Plump
bird.
and fat. Anyway, went home, got a boner in the shower, didn't know what it was, told nobody, stuck it under running hot and cold water because
That's
it felt
not
good.
masturbating.
I think it was because something puffed out at the
Okay,
end.
listen.
I remember I got my first laptop, and I just Googled
What?
big boobs. And then I thought something went wrong. When
I thought this was a story about your first laptop.
No, when I shot cum, I
Okay.
thought something went wrong.
Yeah, but when you first got it, was that the first time
This
you masturbated
was-
or watched porn?
Oh, both. I banged 2
So you did
birds
at
in
the
one
same
stone.
time.
Oh, hey, 2 birds!
This was
Shut up.
2 weeks ago.
Okay. So, mine, I remember, I was like a little girl. I
Wait.
didn't know what masturbating was.
You masturbated.
I was little.
I
I was like a
masturbate
kid.
constantly.
We got this thing called
It's
the
hard to
love
get her to
stick at my
stop
job.
joking. Here on
Excuse
this
me, am
podcast.
I gonna be able to tell my story? I thought we were not supposed to be talking over
Oh,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Squirt ahead.
I didn't squirt. I was a little girl. All I remember was that I was dry humping a beanbag chair, and Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was playing.
If you want to.
How old were you?
Probably like 5 or 6.
Okay.
So, it wasn't too Willy Wonka, but I remember hearing the Oompa Loompa songs.
You masturbated to the
no.
theme song?
I don't know, it was something about the beanbag chair. It was pink.
Oompa,
It's very attractive.
loompa, doopity-doo. Masturbation will... I don't know where to go with that.
Nice.
I don't know.
Everyone's looking at Katie now.
I was a late bloomer. I didn't actually start until
Your flower
I was,
bloomed late.
I didn't start until I was 17.
That was it? That's your story?
That sucks.
Well, okay, I didn't
What
start
were you on
to-
the
We
bus?
knew her at 17, so now
my God.
we could just picture
Oh
her.
my god, we met
doing
her
this.
pre-masturbation.
We met her
Katie-
pure
That's
innocence.
me.
She only used to have brown hair.
Masturbation girl.
Then it was all pink. Now it's a weird
No
chocolate
one can
strawberry
see. It doesn't
mix.
matter. They only know our voices.
The first piece of porn I saw was a woman in clown makeup in the 70s book of porn.
We'll come back to that because
Okay.
I want to hear that. Katie, you should tell your story though, because
Yeah.
now we all just picture we knew you, and we picture you running home from that store that we all worked at.
And jerking to us.
16.
So you...
What noise is that? Is that me?
That's me.
Is that me?
Our penises are out right now.
Oh. Yeah, no, mine is.
What are you doing? Why are you rushing?
So I watched like porn on my computer, but I never did anything about it. I literally just sat there and watched it. And then one day when I was 17, I remember it was like in the morning, and I woke up early, and I was like, I'm gonna try masturbating today. I've never done that before, and I did, and
How'd you like it?
it was good.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah.
What motion did you use? Clockwise or
Joey.
counter?
I want to hear Joey's clown fantasies.
But hang on. So, me and Joey, we didn't know what we were doing. We didn't know we were masturbating what we did.
I had no idea what I was doing because something shot out at the end, and I thought I'd.
You ever stick it in...
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
you
thought
knew
I was
enough
sick.
to touch it.
I thought I was. No, I didn't. I said I didn't know.
Did you ever stick it in the jet of a pool?
No, that's your
dangerous.
thing. Diana.
What do you mean dangerous? Oh, yeah, that
Blow air
was
into
dangerous. It was scary.
Katie wants balloons in her.
See, I thought that I was like, something was going in it, but nothing was going in. It was really making stuff come out.
All right.
I have in my notes here, Rosie in BioShock is named after Rosie O'Donnell. Is that true?
I don't know.
Are we going to listen to his other story about...
No.
I have a story about the first time I saw porn.
Okay.
Okay.
You really want to... Okay.
It was, okay, so my grandma's computer over the summer, I would always play Neopets on it, and apparently my grandma went on it and got a virus on her computer. So
Poor
I was-
Grammy! I know that grandma!
Wait.
So I was playing Neopets, and this pop-up kept coming up, and it was this woman with her legs behind her head, and just everything was on display. And I never
Her
really
poos?
I never looked, yes, her poos.
She was,
Oh my God.
I
she
never
was
took a
popping
big,
out.
at this point. I was like
Sorry.
10 or 11. Like, I never had looked up porn or anything, and I never took a big gander at mine. So, it was my first time seeing it all spread like that, like the whole anatomy.
Like butter.
It was quite shocking. And then my grandma came in and screamed and cried. She started fucking crying. Because she's like, why does this keep happening?
I just want to take note.
grandchildren are
When she
gross.
said, I've never seen it spread like that, Katie smacks me before for saying the word fucking, but she looks at me and goes with a hand motion like butter. Is that what you do down there?
Yeah, and then she licked her lips. She started tapping her toes, and she licked her lips, and she went like butter. Is there a bottle opener down here?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah.
Talking about that country crock.
Country girls make too. Give me that. I am not a country girl. I can't open it by my teeth. Oh, how do girls open bottles with their boobs?
What?
you?
Yes.
I don't think so.
How?
I went to some really trashy concerts and like places to go, and girls were
Did you
popping them
actually?
off left and right. How do you
Wait,
do
off
that?
their
That
nipples?
works.
On their nipple?
Their bra.
Their bra must have done it.
It can't be
Their
their
nipple. Their nipple,
Their
Joey.
gentle nipple is gonna fucking open a bottle.
You don't know
I
if it's
think
gentle.
so.
Have you ever been outside on a cold summer's day and gotten diamond nips?
I have, but they're not diamond
Wow.
enough to have that kind of sharp pain attached to it.
This is a nuts conversation.
Is it?
I'm taking a sip out of a Grim. It's sour.
I like the bottle.
It's all out. I know, it's so cute.
So, Chris looked at me earlier and he said, I'm all in. I'm all in, Joe. That was it. That was the last
Totally
word.
said that. That was that's truth.
He did.
What did what? So what did I say that to?
You don't remember?
Oh man, that was really vomitous. I shouldn't have done that.
Well,
What?
someone should take a video.
I just like gulped down that whole thing. Like
That was really vomitous.
You drank that?
I
That was
drank
like
that in
2.5.
one thing.
Is
I have a problem.
has anyone been to the restaurant in
Do
the
you want
city called Egg Slut?
No,
There's
but I
an
wanna know.
excellent.
There's a restaurant in the city in New York City called Egg Slut.
Didn't we see an egg slut in California?
And
Egg slut.
yes, we did.
We
They
did
are in
saw it.
California.
Yeah, there's an egg
You
slut.
can get their special, the egg slut.
And what is that?
What
do?
is that?
I don't. It's an egg dish, and I
Okay.
want to know what's in
Is
there.
the dish made out of the shell?
Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose.
Keep that in.
I saw something online the other day that really was enticing, both visually as well as flavor-wise, I
What
would
do you
assume. So, you know, I like ramen. Even when I had no money, I liked ramen. And I still eat ramen. And I've recently discovered the love of burritos, without sour cream, of course.
This is disgusting. Are you gonna eat a ramen burrito?
Dude, I saw them online! They look good!
That's disgusting.
No, they look good. They got ramen.
I really don't think
and,
that that's...
And like, no, they make it in a
And a
ramen way.
tortilla, and that's it.
I think
And stuff.
we've all cooked our fair share of ramen in the past. Yes.
Okay.
Do you cook
Yes.
it the right way or the wrong way?
Hang on.
Microwave or
Do you-
boiler?
The wrong way.
I boil.
Boil.
Yeah, my man.
You gotta boil.
A boil.
I didn't even know that people microwave it.
I
Is that even
feel like
possible?
we've all had our fair share of
gross.
ramen. Does anyone have any secret tips to make theirs better? Because I learned that you can throw a slice of cheese in there to make it a little more creamy. It sounds gross, but I've done it every time since. It's really good.
Okay.
Little
Anyone
hot
else?
sauce?
Anyone else got one?
What kind of cheese?
Just sliced American with just a square in there.
Ew. I'm
I
sorry.
love
I'm
scallions,
biased.
mushrooms, a little soft egg in there. I go gourmet.
Egg is good?
Gourmet. That's me.
I don't like any of the juice. I just want the noodles.
Exactly.
I drained some of the juice. I've drained
No,
about half.
I don't like
of it.
I don't like the sodium packets. There's too much sodium in those packets with the flavor. So what I do is I throw a little salt in while it's boiling. That way the noodles don't stick together too much. They're nice and delicious then. And it may sound a little weird. I drizzle a little Cholula hot sauce on it.
Okay, yeah, I use Frank's Red Hot in mine.
Okay, you know, to each his own. Different
yeah.
palates, different hot.
Now, do you guys, when you're making it in the packet, do you just open the packet and put the noodles in? Or
I
do
don't
you
put the
beat
packet
it?
in.
Do you beat it first?
Oh, I break it in half,
Yeah.
and then I break it up as it's cooking.
Some people just straight in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get fancy with my spices. I'll use half a sodium packet.
you know
and I'll
what?
Throw some oregano, Italian in there.
Yeah.
These
I
are
hate
these.
this conversation.
These are
Why
like
do
the
you call
small
this ramen?
small ramen noodles. Real ramen's actually thicker, almost like an udon noodle.
Yeah.
This is the stupidest conversation. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
All right, pick a topic.
My topic?
Pick any topic.
Any topic in the world.
Diane's
Okay.
nose is very red right now
My
from the
nose
seams.
is very red. So,
You ever see Who on Whoville? Whoville.
Whoville.
excuse me, is it your
Pick
turn
your-
to pick
what's
the
your freaking
topic of
topic?
conversation?
Do you have the talking bag?
I do have the topic. bag.
Stop.
I can't stop moving. I want to go to a planetarium.
Those
What do you
sound
wanna do?
cool.
I want to go to a planetarium.
What do you want to do with the planetarium?
I want to look at the fucking stars.
Do you
Oh,
know
I-
about the supermoon later?
Ooh.
Not tonight. On
Yeah, I heard
Friday.
there was a supermoon coming.
It's a blue supermoon. So there's some kind of eclipse, and there's also it's the second full moon of the month, so it's a blue moon, and it's supposed to be really big and really cool. It's not actually blue.
I remember seeing a bunch of, like, every time there's a supermoon or something on Facebook, a bunch of people post, well, there's a supermoon. And then I saw this one kid who, remember when My Little Pony was, like, a big thing?
That's still
It's
now.
still a big
It's not.
thing.
Whenever it was a blood moon, he would post, oh, it's going to be a Pinkie Pie moon. And then I remember looking at the comments and people were just making fun of him. It's like, aren't you a grown man? Or, like, what's wrong with blood moon?
When I have my period, I like to say that the blood moon is rising.
Actually, that's happening.
Yes.
The blood moon is
Uchi-san.
falling now. Uchi time's almost over.
Uchi time's almost over.
Can you have Uchi times right now?
Yeah.
You
She's
can
going to hate
smell
this
it.
conversation.
I hate.
I don't want to talk about planetariums.
You don't want to talk about planetariums?
Is anyone playing anything?
Diane, what?
Is anyone playing anything?
I just started playing
I
Fortnite.
don't play video games anymore. I hate them.
I play Sims. And
Oh. Do you have alien babies?
yeah, all the time.
Can you name one after me
and-
and keep it?
Yeah.
You're the old Sims. The first one was my favorite.
It was
one.
really good.
Wait, okay, can Diana tell her Sim story? Or was it Matt?
Which one?
The one... It sounds like a Matt thing. It sounds like your brother.
Was it the maze?
Yes. Can you tell the story of the maze?
What did you do?
Wait, it wasn't
Okay.
me. That was Matt.
That was Matt. Okay, so he would make a house that was just a gigantic maze. And then he would have a baby in the end of the maze and just abuse it so that child services would have to go through this wandering maze, go through pools and come out and like find their way to the abused child. And that like it's only something your brother would make.
You know what? I haven't heard that story before, though. That is a normal thing to do when you play Sims.
No, but like picture
Were
that.
there other people that go through?
Probably, but picture that happening in real life. Just someone spending thousands of dollars on manipulating their house into a giant maze, abusing a child.
Somewhere that's
and then
probably
you're trapped
a
with
thing.
Social
No,
Security.
you wouldn't have to abuse the child. You just leave it there because it wouldn't be able to be fed. Because
don't
the
know.
parents would never find the baby because it's in the middle of the maze. So then the social worker would go and try
It's
to
like
find
it's like the
baby.
Minotaur in the labyrinth. Like the parents, if the parents find the social worker, they'll stop them.
No, they
or they'll get
can't
arrested
stop
or
it. They
something.
can't stop
They
it. I
can't
think
stop
that the parents tried to get to the baby. They definitely gave up and cried and peed themselves at some point.
Look what I was given today.
A sock?
Harry Potter socks.
Oh, I thought they were dinosaurs.
I am no. Look
Cool
at
if
that.
they're dinosaurs.
Gryffindor, the Ravenclaw, the Hufflepuff. I don't know what a Hufflepuff is, and the
badger.
Slytherin. I got them. I'm gonna wear them. Oh, and there's the hat.
If you had to fuck one of those characters, which one would it be?
Probably a snake.
Either the
I
snake
feel
or the
like
badger.
the snake is like too difficult for a boy.
What do you
snake
mean?
would
You
be
slide
funny.
it in. It's like basically wearing a condom.
You want to slide it in?
Snake would be funny. What if it spoke human language?
If
I
it
feel
Stop it, please.
I feel like the snake
And
would
now
be
for
most
my
useful
payment.
for the girl, though.
What?
Oh, definitely.
Like, I'm not gonna fuck a lion.
Why is a snake gonna a snake's just gonna get pointy and hard and or is he
This
gonna
is the first podcast. People are gonna think we're all furry people.
We're not. We're not. We talked about ramen in our first time.
A cloaca.
Cloaca.
Touching us.
Yeah.
What?
It's a bird penis.
Why
So we
are we bringing up cloacas in
I
our
just-
first fucking
Wait.
From
Going
which
back
of
to
the
birds and
Hogwarts
peni.
animals, which we're gonna fuck.
Well, wait. Do you think chickadees, those adorable fat little birds, have
with
penises?
you with the birds, dude. Wait, so Joey obviously, if you like chickadees so much,
No, they're just plump and adorable.
I mean, have you ever seen like a sitting raven?
A sitting raven?
They
Oh
still
yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
as
Like
fuck, dude.
but it's like when cats get all puffy when they're angry. They're like, I'm
No.
like, aw, and then it's angry though. But I'm like, aw.
I think ravens are kind of majestic, so you would
Ravens
rather
are
the
majestic,
snake-
but they have 3
You
eyes.
would rather the snake than a.
I don't want to fuck the raven
Why?
because the raven's got those feathers and the bony exterior and such. Honestly, maybe the lion or the badger or maybe the snake. All of them seem not the badger. The badger will scratch at your ding dong.
Yeah,
but
I'm
like
pretty
a
sure the
snake.
badger would do something vicious.
A snake you can put on, and a lion
Snake you can put on.
and a
I don't
and a
know. I
lion
feel
you
like the
just
snake-
harvest.
I've been think. I have this question.
I've been thinking.
When you wear a tampon, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Where?
as a dress. Yeah.
Where?
Do you put on a pad or do you wear a pad?
It depends.
You don't put one on, do you?
You wear.
Do you
one.
put? Are you,
You put it on your underwear.
with the
would you say I'm
tampon?
wearing a pad or I have a pad on?
With the tampon,
I would say I have a pad on.
but with
yeah.
the tampon.
I have a pad. I'm using a pad.
It depends on how
You're
heavy.
using a
Oh
pad.
no, I don't use tampons. Toxic shock syndrome.
It depends on
Must
how
be
heavy
scary.
your period is.
I'm not fucking doing
And they
that.
also
I
have
wanna
different
tell-
sizes.
I want to do
Ew.
embarrassing school stories.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
I got one. So it was the second day of high school. It was either first or second day of high school, my freshman year. And in the in the morning, you can get egg sandwiches, right?
Okay, I remember that.
So yeah, so I got one, and I was really excited because I was like, okay, I'm going to class. I have an egg sandwich. And there were these 2 kids that were in front of me, and you go up the stairwell, and when you go up the stairwell, there's then another 2 sets of stairs, so you kind of curve around. And on the second or third step, I completely tripped forward, squishing my sandwich completely out of the plastic wrapping of it, and there was these 2 seniors that were in front of me, and they turned around and just went, hey, are you okay? Meanwhile,
Sandwich Girl.
and they were like, oh, are you okay? Like, oh, are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And the girl, picked up my sandwich, and it's all, soggy and gross.
That's not that embarrassing.
No,
Why is that embarrassing?
It's embarrassing because I, ate shit right in front of these, seniors, and I'm, a freshman, and
I don't know. I
Let's
think
talk
that
about
you're.
singing.
That's not
Okay,
embarrassing.
I have
moment.
another one.
Okay.
So
Is it more embarrassing than
yes,
that, or did you?
yes,
like,
no, it's more
She
embarrassing.
dropped her Tootsie Pop on the floor and everyone laughed
So
at her.
Oh god, don't talk about poop at our school. Okay, it was bad.
I
That was
was
bad.
in kickline in high school, all throughout high school, and we had a game inside in the auditorium, a basketball game. And
Oh, I
were,
went to one of those.
Yeah, and those were pretty popular.
Nope.
Well, they were a little bit. And so we were doing a kickline routine, and out of all of the people there was a whole bunch of people in the stands because it was like a rival or something. And as I was doing my kickline routine, I completely fell in the middle of the routine, and all the other girls kept going, and they were kicklining and doing whatever, and I'm like, oh no! And I just hear people start clapping for me. And going, it's okay, you can get back up.
I'd hate that.
God.
No,
It's okay, you go, girl. And they all started clapping, and my mom was there, and everybody was there, and
It's like one of those stories when people try to brag, like, I saw this girl getting abused on the bus, and I stood up for her, and everybody clapped, and everyone
Yeah,
was
yeah, I hate
you know
that.
those stories?
Why do you gotta talk about it?
and then
People
everybody
post them on
clapped.
Facebook status.
I don't know, Bert.
Hashtag everybody clap.
Fall.
All she does is
bad.
succeed.
I stood up for Pokemon once.
What?
I stood up for Pokemon once in my early years. I was
You stood up for it?
Yeah. All right. So I was in kindergarten. This is back when I was a public school boy. And, yeah, you know, little Joey walking around in his blue shirt. I brought my my hoodie to show and tell that day because I didn't have anything for show and tell and I didn't know. So I'm like, this
You brought
is my...
your hoodie?
I brought my little black hoodie. I'm like, this is my hoodie. It keeps me warm. It's my favorite color. Black. But it's not my favorite color.
Man, I just.
So then someone talked about Pokemon in show and tell, and the teacher at the time's like,
Pokemon is stupid. It's a waste of time. It's evil.
so then I walk up to her after class. My mom's like outside. She's ready to pick me up. So I walk up to the teacher, hoodie in hand, and I say, Pokemon's not stupid. You are. And I walk away crying.
You said it to your teacher? Or your
Yeah. To my teacher. I walk away crying because I had just seen Pokemon the movie. And I'm like, no. What happened with Ash was too beautiful.
You stood up for Pokemon. Pokemon's not stupid.
think
You're
this is
stupid.
embarrassing.
That's what happened.
Okay.
Are embarrassing.
That wasn't supposed
Okay.
to be embarrassing. That was a story about standing up for something.
Okay.
I guess for an embarrassing story.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
There was this girl I had such a crush on growing up, like for years growing up, and she had this necklace on. And this was in middle school. She had this necklace on with tabs on it, like on a can, like the little tab that she would rip them off and then put them on a necklace.
That was a thing.
And I needed an excuse to go talk to her, and I went up and I went. I went up to her and I went, my babysitter would love that necklace.
Why?
And then I looked really horrified because my sister needed the babysitter. It was my little sister's babysitter, but I said mine. So she was like, oh yeah?
Wait, how old are you?
It was middle school, so I didn't need a babysitter. My sister needed a babysitter.
Oh, I didn't catch that at first.
But she was, I don't know, it was like some punk girl was our babysitter. But I was too old for a babysitter. But whenever I was hanging out with my friends, my sister would need it. And I just like walked away. It was really embarrassing.
Okay, that's more embarrassing. Okay, here's mine. In elementary school, I have a couple. In elementary,
Yeah, I have a couple too.
Yeah, I think I can think of a few.
I wrote a short story about having a sleepover with a girl that I never hung out with at all. I read it in front of the class.
What'd you read?
Was the
What
girl
did
in
you
the
read?
class?
What'd you read?
I wrote a short story about me and this girl that I never hung out with having a sleepover.
Wait, like a fake story. Oh my god.
You wrote a fanfic about you and a girl hanging out, and the girl is in the
Yeah,
class?
and then she goes, but we never hung out. I was like, yeah, it's a fake story, duh.
Did you ever hang out?
No! I don't think he wanted to after that. I really wanted to
was the
be her
story?
friend. I don't remember. We just had a sleepover and it was like we played with dolls or something. I don't remember the story. I just remember sitting in front of the class and reading the story I wrote with this girl I never hung out with. Everyone. And the girl just being mortified mortified and me having zero shame, and this is why I think I'm on the spectrum, because I just didn't...
Spectrum?
It's years later, it was like this vivid memory for me, for some reason, but only like years later, when I had some semblance of like social norms, that I realized like, oh, that was fucking weird as hell. There's a
Teacher must have looked at you like...
Did you ever see her later in life, like in high school?
but like I remember her in
Did you
middle
ever
school. I don't
apologize?
know. I didn't have any fucking friends. No, fuck that.
I have this other one where, okay, I'm really little. I'm in like first fucking grade, and I remember I didn't have any semblance of anything going on either. Like I didn't know. And okay, we were in the gymnasium, and it was gym class. And at the end of every gym class, we'd have to sit down and like listen to announcements or something. And this one kid, you're a bastard if you're listening. He ran around and went, and he started running around. And the gym teacher was like, "Hey Daniel, sit down. You're being a brat." So I jumped up off the floor and I chased him. And everybody's watching, a whole gym class, which is like 50 kids, and I tackle him, but to everybody else, it looks like I'm humping him. And the gym teacher is just shocked. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just thought, everybody's going to think I'm great. I just stopped the bad kid. And then everybody would start going, "Hey, Chris, that was really nice. That was a nice job you did." Hey,
How old were you?
I was in first grade. And
That's
then
weird.
And then some kid went, "Chris, did your pee-pee get hard?" And I went, "What does that have to do with it?" I didn't even know other people's penises got hard.
Did you know
That's
what
how
a
young
pee-pee
I
was?
Yeah, I knew what a pee-pee was. I peed before.
Trust me,
And then I think back to that, and all the kids just watching me. I'm like, that was embarrassing.
I don't feel embarrassment now over my thing. I don't feel embarrassment, but I'm just like, what the fuck was wrong with me? And I know, I was on the spectrum.
What's on the spectrum mean?
Like, autism.
I think everybody's on the spectrum.
I mean,
different. That's why it's a spectrum.
yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
no,
that
I'm pretty sure there's I think I might be dyslexic
diagnosable
sometimes.
back in the day.
I want to hear more Diana stories. You're most embarrassing when you fell on your sandwich.
I mean, it's really hard to remember. I would just fucking do weird shit in front of everybody. We go outside and just start eating like grass and
I used to
dirt.
go collect acorns.
I know you used to go collect.
I had a
acorns.
backpack full of acorns.
That was
How's
high
that
school.
embarrassing?
I don't know, because I thought it was funny. Because if ever we had... so I had a backpack, a whole pocket of my backpack was just acorns.
Just acorn kid.
Yeah.
Squirrels must have
kid.
loved you.
Acorn kid. Nice one. Because whenever we had a substitute teacher, I would roll, like, without causing attention, I would roll an acorn at the teacher on the floor.
Hoping she'd trip.
And there were so many of them. And then she's eventually just like, where are these coming from?
That's funny. That's not fucking embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing, but why was I collecting so many acorns?
I got something.
No,
I know
wait, in
embarrassing.
the lunchroom, some fucking, like, one of the rich fucking assholes at my school threw a half-eaten buttered bagel at the back of my head. Aww. And I turned around and I was like, what the fuck? And then Scott was sitting there. He's laughing. So I grabbed a handful of acorns and I chucked them at his face. And he went, "Where the fuck did you get those?" And then I kept doing it. And he was just pelted with like hundreds of acorns. He's like, "Where the fuck are you getting these?"
But that's not embarrassing.
That was not embarrassing. It was funny.
Yeah, exactly.
I got something like semi-embarrassing.
Because I don't know.
Okay,
that
so
counts.
when I was very young, my dad, he'd always be like, "Oh, my little son, he's a beast. He's a little boy, he's a beast." I thought, yeah, I'm a werewolf. I'm sorry, Diana. Like when I was little, I actually did think I was a werewolf. I thought my arms were so hairy.
You smell like one.
I thought my arms were so hairy, and they're just as hairy as they were when I was 7. They're the same. And I'd walk around on my feet like this, be like, I'm a fucking werewolf. Went to the Hamptons. All my cousins looked at me. They're like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "It's a full moon tonight." And I'm a little boy on the Hamptons. I flipped over a horseshoe crab and walked away. I'm like, "I'm a little boy tonight."
I'm a little boy tonight.
They're like, "Oh yeah?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a werewolf." And my dad's like, "Yeah, he's a werewolf." And my cousins just looked at me. So I go to school the next day.
Oh yeah, werewolf boy.
Yeah. So I go to school the next day, and this kid, he's a friend of mine at the time. He's the one. He was the whole reason why I bought a PlayStation 2 and Kingdom Hearts. And he had like these black scabs on his lips or something. And I, for some reason, thought that this kid didn't wipe his mouth. He had Oreos all over his lips.
Oh, and he had like some skin thing?
He had a skin thing. But I didn't know because I was a little boy, a little werewolf boy. So, I'm a little werewolf. I'm on the jungle gym at our spot. And I wipe his face, and you just see a bunch of blood, and he's crying. He's like, ah! And I'm like, oh no! And I walked down the hill into the middle of like the kickball field, and I'm like, I'm a man.
He ripped off that kid's scabs, and he started bleeding.
Instead of being a werewolf, I'm like,
Little Oreo crumbs. Let's get her a free dilly bar.
what is, why? Why do
Okay.
people say that?
People say that
do
girls
people
get
say?
free things. I've never gotten a free goddamn thing in my life.
Well, girls get free
Fuck
drinks.
you, you're a liar.
I'm not joking.
I gave you free cookies. Where are my cookies?
Yeah, you're my friend.
Upstairs.
You don't fucking count. You're not some counter boy.
What's a counter boy?
Oh my
know.
goodness! Do we remember when we went to Ginger's and the pizza
Yeah.
delivery guy had
Oh
like the
my
biggest crush on me
God.
and wouldn't leave me alone that night?
I do.
Oh my god, I remember that. I was looking through my pictures the other day because I was deleting pictures because my space, Chris was helping with my phone
Personal space.
on my phone, and Chris was helping me. And as I was like scrolling through the pictures, I found a picture of him and I.
Ew.
Why did you
Yeah.
take a picture?
Were you
of
guys
pizza
naked?
Delivery boy?
No, because I think I took a picture with him because I was like, hey, do you want to take a picture? And this was because I was going to show you guys or show somebody who he was to make
Boobies.
sure if he killed me that there was a picture of him.
Was he that creepy?
He was really creepy.
Did he give you pizza for free?
Since we're documenting this,
remember.
can we make predictions on what celebrity's gonna die next?
Oh.
Well, you just said if he kills me.
Wait, I
Yeah,
have a
because
story.
then if it gets true, we can look back at this and people will be
I
like,
have a
"Oh."
recent story.
Okay, so
So,
I don't want it to happen
Prince.
because I love her so
Prince already
much.
died, Joey.
Exactly.
Because I love her so much,
Who?
but she's getting really, really old. Is
Who?
Betty White.
Oprah.
No, she's
gotcha.
never gonna die.
I don't
Betty
want
White.
Her, I don't want her to die. I love her
Betty
to
White?
death.
All she does is make weird cakes.
That's Betty Crocker, you fuck.
What's Betty White do? Is that
She-
chicken?
You know who Betty White is. You're just pulling
Betty
the
White!
chain.
Oh, Betty White! She's the one that did the
You're
porn
pulling
a
her
little
leg.
bit.
You're pulling her leg.
She's the one that's in some movies.
Yes, she's in movies.
She
Is she? She was a
usually-
Golden Girl, right?
Yeah.
She usually
Was she?
plays a whore. She plays like a whorish
no,
old woman.
No.
I'm pretty sure she does. Who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
There,
who
she
you're
used to have an
thinking
HBO
of.
special. I remember because specifically
Someone give
there
me
was an
some more
there was an
Fireball.
HBO special with this old lady. I thought it was Betty White.
Betty White.
I still think it was. And she talked about the different forms of cum because she got a question into her show once, and the question was, if someone fucks my ear, should I be careful of what cum, will it fuck up my ear canal? And she's like, well, you gotta watch out. There's a couple
a
different
lot.
kinds. There's the thick kind, which that'll get gunky. There's the runny kind, which you won't have to worry about that. And then there's the one in between, which, you
Why
kind
wouldn't
of
you
have to just
worry
wipe
about
up.
that?
I don't know.
It depends
This
on
is
the
how
person's diet.
This is how she answered. Because I was waiting for the
Right?
Katie Morgan show.
Huh?
It has
And
to
was
depend on your
not
diet,
that.
right?
There's Betty
What
Morgan,
does?
Betty White.
People's cum consistency.
Yes.
And I remember a commercial from when I, was
like
a
this
child.
story.
No, there was.
I don't want it to
Talking
be.
about
Sweet
too
innocent
much
Betty.
cum. Here's what I have to say.
She
I
had a
have
lot of weird
story.
toys of vibration.
I don't want to talk about. Why did you have to bring about celebrity sex
Go.
toys all the time?
Sex toys. Why do you have to bring that up all
I'm
the
sorry
time?
that my
All the time.
conversations aren't as interesting.
Tell your story.
Okay. Oh, fuck, I don't remember what it was. Oh, wait. So I was in a bar at Williamsburg. So it was a fucking mess. This was like a week ago.
Oh.
And I was pretty fucking drunk.
Cool, dude.
Wait, what was this in regards to? I don't remember. Oh.
People
it was-
dying?
No, it wasn't people dying. It was 2 things ago because nobody wants to fucking hear my stories and nobody wants to goddamn listen to me on this fucking thing.
Can you blame us?
No, it was
You
about
breathe
people
like a
getting
child.
free stuff.
You do breathe like a child.
Some guy.
Oh, yeah.
I was drunk and some guy came up to me and tried to buy me a drink, and in front of all my friends, and I was just like, "Are you sure you want to do that? Because if you buy me anything, I am not doing anything for you. Nothing. Like, are you sure you want to fucking buy me a drink? Are you sure?" And he just stood there staring at me, flabbergasted, and I was just like, And he's just like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, save your money. Save your money.
Wow, you sound like my mom.
Save your money.
Kokoro.
to him.
Because I was fucking drunk, and I was
I'm not gonna do.
Were you with
anything
Kokoro?
for you.
I was with Kokoro.
You were with Kakarot.
I was with Kakarot and all my friends. I'm not gonna, like... And I'm not gonna fucking, like, let someone buy me a drink. I have to let them know that it's not gonna do anything for them.
But you
That's
could have gotten a free
dishonorable.
drink.
No, that's dishonorable.
Oh, true. Then they would
hover.
hover.
Yeah. Oh, when guys will
That always
buy you
happens
a
to
drink,
Allie.
they will not leave you alone. They think that you like owe them your time.
I bought
because
my
they
friend
bought you
Dan a drink the other night because he was visiting from Massachusetts. I didn't expect anything from him except for a good time.
Okay.
Wait.
I think that's what they.
Not like that.
So
not like
rare
that.
for
Like
people to want to buy me a drink, though. Like, nobody ever does that. Nobody ever wants to buy me a drink.
I buy you.
You
shot.
are my friend, you slut, and I bought
bought you a
shot.
cheese-
Why am I?
I bought
What? She
you.
keeps
I bought you a
She
fucking
keeps trying.
cheeseburger.
That's
You
true.
buy me
Diana
cheese-
did buy me a shot,
can
and
buy
I
me
really
a
appreciate it.
You are my friend. You do not count.
Diana
count.
didn't
You don't
expect me to do anything for her. And
No,
that's
I
a
didn't.
good friend.
Exactly.
She
Friends.
didn't want me to suck her dick. She
No.
Sucker dick.
Wait.
No, it's
Who
true.
had
But
a
nobody
dick?
buys me drinks.
No,
Like, nobody ever wants to buy me a drink. That's
buy you a
so
drink
weird.
next.
Thank you. But, like,
You're
nobody...
the friend. You don't count.
I'm
You're-
just saying, like, nobody... That's rare for that to happen to me, for someone to come up to a bar.
is your friend, Diana, nobody is good enough to buy her
Everyone wanted to dance with my friend, and I was just
Was your
shutting
friend
them. She's pretty attractive.
Nope.
No, okay. What? Can we bleep out every time I say a real person's name?
My friend
I mean, I just accidentally did.
Penny. My friend Penny.
Well, we can just
Your
bleep
nips hard,
out my
dude.
name.
Dude, the
Your
other-
nipples
the
have been
other.
so hard this whole night. And I
I'm
keep
terrified.
staring.
You're hard.
I didn't even
Nips have
notice.
been hard this whole
His
night.
or your?
But like,
His
Both?
nips.
But I
Look at that one.
Wow.
Peeking out at me.
My
Oh, yeah.
nips are hard like 90% of the
like,
time. I don't know if you've noticed.
Asleep.
My nips are asleep.
They're resting.
So I was
gently.
seeing Oaklore earlier. Wow, those are like beads.
Oaklore, youtube.com/Oaklore.
I saw Oaklore earlier, and he had a pic. I was taking a video, and he had a picture of a nipple up on his phone, just like this.
Whose nipple?
A puffy one, boy.
A girl.
I don't know.
It was. If it was puffy, it was probably.
It was
a girl.
just the roundness of the nipple, so it looked like
Well, he needed it
like,
for something.
And he was just going like this, and I got it on video.
Don't
He
we
was
can't
tickling. Hang on.
we can't watch videos on here because
He was
can't see.
tickling
A nipple.
a nipple
A
on
digital
his phone.
a digital flat little
So
nip,
it-
but it was so hard in
Wait,
the picture,
hold
like
on.
it could cut
Wait.
a diamond.
so it was him.
I love
Somebody
this
else's
visual.
nipple?
But
What?
no, or was he doing
Like,
it to his
Sitting
phone?
in a dark room with a blue light in his chair with VR chat on, sitting there. I'm taking a video. We got some weird music on. Cell phone.
He's flicking a fucking
sideways
nippy?
over his left nipple. I know this now. Over his left nipple.
I know this now.
Just enough flesh, as well as the hard nip. You could see the small wrinkle
So it was
beads.
his nipple. It was his nipple.
It was a picture of a nipple,
puffy
not his nipple. A puffy nipple.
And he was
he was going like
pretending
he was
to play with
fidgeting
a
it.
picture of a nipple.
Indeed, over his nipple.
You know what?
Over.
On the
I
outside.
saw this funny scenario last time I was fucked up.
Oh.
What if you like? What if you're on a date and like you're really excited to see this girl's boobs, and then she takes out her boob and it fucking stunk. What if that happened?
A stinky
Just one of them, a stinky one.
I have a friend that
Just have a
happened to
fucking
once.
Stinker. I don't know.
But it was specifically the breast.
It was
that
making me
stank
giggle.
smell.
Why did it stink? Did
It
they not wash
stunk.
it?
You didn't wash one of them.
Dude, she
Stop,
took it out
stop.
and it fucking reeked.
So I was saying in
that's
Charles'
not a
voice in
titty.
my head.
Why'd you say his name?
I was saying because
That's not a
she
titty,
took out her
though.
boob
She
and it
took her fucking
stunk.
boob out and it stunk.
He did it. It wasn't a titty. I thought it was his.
I called her Flesh Murphy for the rest of the
That's not
evening.
a real story.
Wait, I swear to God, he told me a story about that.
Well, no, if when
From
Charles
Tinder.
comes, he could tell his
A
story.
Charles Tinder story.
I'm still won't save it for Charles.
Fine, I'll put my hands up, but I'm not gonna stop.
Put my hands. What was that? You just made up a joke where instead of saying hands, he said Hans, and he did it all night long.
What?
With
Joke.
my hand, I lift my drink into whist. I drink and fit and
I
sip.
put it to my lip.
lip.
And I scream into the howl of the night.
Oh, high five, man.
Ugly one.
I love using our Hans.
Ugly wife. She begged me to come and puss.
I got this
She
ugly
says, "Where
wife.
is my husband?
She
Christopher."
came. She licked my
All right,
boot.
next topic.
Well, I was driving here, and I had this problem with my car. It was breaking down.
Let's
It
hear
broke
about
down.
your car story.
It broke down in the middle of the road, and I got gas, and I was good after that. Then I parked my car an hour later, after the whole nipple debate, and it's just leaking. I go outside, I touch it, I kick it, it is soft,
the
and it is
story?
weird.
Wait,
His
what's
tire
distracting?
My tire popped, and I'm really
Stop.
upset. I'm stuck here at Chris's now.
He's distracting me with his accents. I can't understand the story.
Now the weird thing is, you smell all over like woman. And the boot,
The
you
fuck
smell all
does
over
that
like
mean?
soap.
You smell all over like woman.
You smell all over like soap. And the boot, you smell all over like woman.
What's the boot?
To boot, to go along with.
A large, beautiful whipper.
I smell like a woman.
Actually, you know what I'm really excited for? I don't know. I mean, going back to games a little bit, because, you know.
I'm still confused as to what the hell just happened
Diana.
to me.
I want to hear the game story.
No, I actually just wanted to say that I'm really excited because I had so many good times with all the older games. I'm really excited for the new Red Dead Redemption.
You know what? You're right. I'm excited for the new.
So
Red Dead
it doesn't have the Marstons. It has some new dude, and it kind of makes me think of like
Martians.
an old the Marstons, Jack and John Marston.
Yeah, but this
And it
one's
doesn't.
the Martians
And it
from
doesn't
Mars.
have
Fuck
red.
Jack. He was an asshole to the horses.
Well, but fucking and red was cool. But now it's some new dude, and he's like a traditional
His
old
name was Red?
the original character. Red Harlow. Red Harlow was his name.
I don't like mini wheats.
My mom. Oh my god! I'm sitting in the living room and like that Quentin Tarantino movie, like The Deadly Eight, or you know what I'm talking about? It was like a western. It came out like
Deadliest West.
Deadly 8, yeah.
well, whatever it was. It came out like maybe 3-4 years ago. It had the intermission and everything. And there's this one part where Sam Jackson shoots this kid and makes him start blowing him.
Yeah.
And my mom looks at me while it's playing during that part. She's like, "This is a good movie, Joe." I'm on like lunch from work, and my mom looks at me. She's like, "This is a good movie, Joe." And
a
fucking
great
Sam
scene.
Jackson's like, "Oh yeah!"
That's a great scene. It comes right after the intermission, too, so everybody's talking about the movie, what's going to happen next. And then Samuel L. Jackson makes some dude blow.
Was that right when it happened?
Yeah, it was like
It was
right
a
after.
baby
I couldn't.
boy?
But I thought it was so. No.
What?
No, what?
That's what I'm hearing.
No, he was like he
No
was
one
a,
said
he was a
anything about
grown
a baby
boy.
boy.
He was a grown boy, but he was a
Wait,
man's
what?
son.
Why would
A
he make a
man's
grown
son,
why would he
but
make
it wasn't a baby
man's
boy.
son?
He was a grown boy, but a man's son.
Confused by Joey's wording of
Hold on.
things. Like,
We were talking about like, upcoming games we're excited about.
Shadow of Colossus. Oh, I was talking about Red Dead Redemption,
Yeah.
the new one.
Yeah,
Which one?
yeah.
Schlop.
Because I.
We play games on the internet. We got to talk about games.
Well, okay, so I was like really on the fence about buying Fortnite. I thought the full version of Fortnite was like $20-$30. It's a full $60. First of all, I'm not doing
I thought
that.
it was 40.
Oh, is it 40?
No,
I don't know.
It's probably 60.
I don't know. All I know is I spent $10 for the season, and that's where I'm stopping for now. It's $10.
All right. Fortnite.
Fuck it.
I've played a few rounds.
The
yeah.
only game that I'm actually going to drop money on without thinking is going to be Shadow of the Colossus, because there's no way they're fucking that
It looks
up.
gorgeous. I'm
They're
looking
not.
forward to it.
You know, I'm as committed to getting that as I was for getting Crash. It looks awesome. Have you guys played it, right? Come on.
Played what?
I know you played
She
it.
showed me Shadow of the Colossus,
You-
so she's probably played it.
Shadow of the
Oh,
Colossus.
sure.
I wanted to play Shadow of Colossus when I was a
Yeah.
little kid so bad.
Yeah.
My friend had it on his PlayStation 2. This is before I had a PlayStation 2. I never knew what the game was called.
Give
I
Martha a
found
shot.
it
She needs
years
some
later.
pepper.
Years later, this has Sprite.
Ugh.
And I played
can't
it.
take hard
I must
liquors.
have played it when I was like 13, 14, or 15. Way later in life, like after I forgot about the game, and I'm like, holy shit, here it is. And I don't know, just every boss was like a memorable moment. I loved playing that game.
I'm looking for. I'm
Well,
looking
it's
forward to
just
weird
been, it
games.
was a game full of bosses.
Well,
like,
yeah, but
Yeah.
like discovering how to beat them, like the one that I always think of was the bird. And I'm just standing there, and I see the thing about to swoop down on me. I'm like, fuck, what do I do? So I just pressed X, and I grabbed onto
shit,
it.
Dude, what do I do? Holy shit, man, here we go.
And I'm holding onto it. I'm like, oh my god, was I supposed to do this? And I just fucking stabbed the
I
thing.
like the fucking sea serpent. That was creepy.
That one's cool.
That one in the water?
The
that
electric
scared
one.
me. I didn't want to jump in the water.
I
Big
know,
things in the water
big
are
things
creepy.
in the water are like
I
the best scary.
Oh my god, just as I got older, I became more afraid of the ocean, and I think it was just
Yeah.
video games, like huge things in the
I don't
water.
know. I got
freaked
nightmares
me
from
out.
Jaws, but I love the movie Jaws. Also, if they
I
remake
think-
it, it's gonna suck.
I think it was Mario 64, the giant eels. It's fucking scary.
What is his name?
Unagi.
Unagi. Unagi.
Well, what was that one thing? What was it? Banjo and Kazooie? That thing was creepy.
Clanker?
He was cool, but he was scary.
He was nice, thank God, because if
was
he
nice.
was evil and hurt you, I'd be fucking terrified.
Right? He's so big.
And he's
But
like,
he looked fucked up.
Yeah, like if you swim into his gills, he's filled with like blood and bones and stuff. It really freaked me out.
That
But his outside
weird
was metal.
for
and
a
his eyes were,
Nintendo
like,
game.
bloodshot. It was crazy.
A Nintendo game for one, and like Banjo and Kazooie, which even more so seems
That's a Nintendo classic.
Well, no, I won't lie. Banjo and Kazooie did have a weird feel to it.
I feel like more games should have giant things in the water, though.
I mean, it's not a bad direction.
It's scary
to
to
go.
me. I mean, I don't mind
No,
it in games.
like-
Well, like people don't
Yeah.
address that all the time. Like people address like heights and the dark and all that. It's like jump scares. But what about like overwhelmingly large objects in the water and you just don't know what it is and you think it's gonna eat you?
Yeah, it
you know
doesn't
what I
have
mean?
to do anything. You're just like, if
Yeah.
you swim too far in the ocean, like there's just like a giant
Yeah,
thing.
and there
Like,
probably
what was that
is
game?
out there.
Jack and Daxter, I think it
That
was,
was
where
a
you go
great
out
game.
too far, that you get eaten by like a monster. And
Really?
that's how they did the parameters.
I didn't know that. I never went out too
I'm
far.
not,
The
I'm not
borders
sure.
of the level?
Yeah, I'm not
What-
sure if that was
which
Jack
one
and
was it?
Daxter. The first one?
I don't think it was the first one.
I don't
I'd
know.
have to
I
replay
might
it.
be just confusing it with another game.
There's
There
only
was a
one
game
person
that-
who's okay with that.
All I'm saying is they should just implement that kind of thing more, where the further you go out, like you see something like coming up out of the water. It's like this giant shadow,
God.
and like it's fucking huge. And then like you go out too far, and then you're just like swallowed up by this gigantic thing. Like more games should do that, because why do they even have borders when you can just be eaten by a
You know,
giant
I remember.
monster?
Oh, go ahead.
You know what was scarier as I became older? Like after I played video games, did you guys ever go tubing? Where they
Yeah,
the tube is
yeah.
strapped to the end of the boat.
Yeah.
The big, the donut.
And then you fall off the tube,
And you're scared.
and just sitting in the water waiting for the boat to come back. Like that's terrifying to me
I
now.
was-
But
I
I didn't
was-
mind it as much when I was younger.
I was more scared of the engine hitting me and cutting
always
me up.
been afraid of the fucking ocean. Like it's scary as hell, but
It's getting
so
scarier as I
cool.
get older.
There's probably something big out there.
Why not?
I remember when I
Whales
played.
are fucking humongous, man.
Whales are scary too.
Orcas will eat you, man.
terrifying.
Orcas will eat you.
I've seen a washed up whale, and that is so cool to see.
That's sad.
terrible.
No, well, not. I mean, yeah, it's sad.
Right.
But it was really cool to see, though.
Did you get
because
any
it
of
was
its
so-
gold?
Did you kiss it?
I have to
I
get my
did.
phone
I
back.
made out with it a
Lips?
little bit. There was some tongue action there.
I have to get my phone back.
That's like the best thing. How big is a whale's tongue?
Massive. That's why I loved it.
Why do they
Just
have
roll around
hairy
in it. How do
looking
you
teeth?
make out with a whale if you're
Just-
tiny? Huh?
You go to the hole, the blowhole.
That's not making
blowhole,
out. You have
a
to touch
blowhole.
tongue to tongue.
I'm sure there's more than one tongue.
There's not more than one tongue.
Oh, so
How many
you're
tongues
okay.
do
So you believe that tongue to tongue is what makes making out a thing?
No.
What do you think?
It's gotta be fucking open mouth.
It's
kissing.
gotta be
It doesn't
open
have
mouth
to be
French-
tongue to tongue, but it has
So,
to be open mouth.
Does it count if you just go...
No, those
No,
are pecks.
that's not
Those
making
are
out.
kissing.
That's like baby kisses. That's sweet and baby.
You have to be full
That's
on,
like
like-
friendship kisses. You can
Oh
kiss
my
your
God.
friends on the lips.
It's
like
weird
that.
though when people do that. I feel like they just go. That's it. They just do a quick dip.
Well, then you're not making out with the right people.
I don't like
You're probably
the
right.
concept of whale's tongue. Just thinking about the texture of touching it really grosses
Yeah.
me out. It's like
Well, no.
huge.
What bothers me, the teeth bothered me because the teeth look like hairy.
Are they like actually teeth?
They're,
I don't know what they
they're,
are. What are they?
Bailey.
They make me think of the stuff that you rub your shoes soles on to clean them.
Colleen.
Ooh.
That's a nice sound that you got going on.
Thanks, guys.
Ooh, can we
So
do ASMR
you know
for this podcast?
what games have you guys
Oh,
been
looking
playing?
for no stop! Oh my god.
ASMR.
Are you looking forward to a game? Are you playing a game?
People who are really into ASMR call it ASMR.
What's
I'm not kidding.
ASMR?
I'm-
I don't want to talk about ASMR.
What's ASMR?
Games I'm looking forward to.
A tendency.
It's really nothing. It's like
I'm not looking forward to shit, man.
yeah, it's like Shadow of the Colossus and the guy who
Can
made
we play the
Humaniki.
Shadow of the Colossus
Hey!
soundtrack?
Oh, dude.
Can we just play the Shadow of the Colossus soundtrack just right
Oh,
now?
here we go.
Let's take a minute break and just appreciate the Shadow of the Colossus soundtrack. Alright, cool, welcome back. Games hey, make that your ringtone. Free ringtones right
Free
here.
ringtone. Check it out. If you pay an extra $1, then you get the version with the breathing when you find the boss.
Games I'm looking forward to is there's one that I'm really excited about. Oh, well, I heard the guy who made Nier is making another Nier after Automata, and the guy who made Humaniki is coming out with a 3D remake of Humaniki, but I'm not sure I'm agreeing with the art style.
Wait,
but I am
what is that one?
Humaniki is the one where you walk around as a little girl and you go to different worlds and you have to collect Easter eggs, and
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Fucking burned my lips.
Like real Easter eggs, or?
they're kind of eggs, yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, I wanted to. We have a friend that plays Nier.
We do?
Yes.
Who?
But I don't want to say his name.
Oh.
He's into a lot of Japanese stuff, and the way he pronounces automata.
Oh, no.
And I've heard
Automata.
other people, yeah, I've heard other people do this. Automata is a real word, but
I love him, though.
But he puts a Japanese inflection on it, and he goes, automata. He goes, oh, I loved Nier Automata.
He's just better than you.
Automata is a real word. I don't know how it drives me nuts.
I mean, it. Okay.
Nothing
let's
against
not call
him.
it a real word. It's an English word.
It's an English word. It's a real English word.
Let him
It's
say,
a
okay,
real
let him
word.
say words, all right? If you're going to get all mad and throw your hands up in the air, then just stop.
It's not even a joke. It's so funny.
So,
I feel
There is-
like Joey is just not funny because he's so funny because he's not funny at all.
what does that mean?
Joey's so funny.
What does that mean? I'm not trying. I'm not trying hard.
No, it's just your jokes make no sense at all, and that's
I
why
get
it's
that a
so
lot.
funny.
Someone told me that that what I say in
Dude,
general
runs?
is a string of nonsense that I somehow tie together at the end, but it doesn't make sense still.
Yeah, and like 15% of it is really good.
Thanks, man. Wow.
enough. Like it's better. It's better than most people.
It's a good bare minimum.
Wow, I feel great about myself right
Dude,
now.
I feel like none of us feel good about ourselves except for Katie.
You are bringing us down.
Let's put beer in our
again?
mouth and spit it at Joey. He will be opening his mouth like a cartoon.
So
Like nice and wide.
there is a game that I really want to play that's actually been out for a while. Now that we were talking about, like Nier Automata and Shadow of the Colossus. So I was looking forward to it for a while, and I never got around to playing it. I'm thinking about just springing and buying it for my PS3 or something. Was actually The Last Guardian. I don't even know if it's a
Why
fun
would you
game.
buy it
to
for the
play.
PS3? I don't even think it's for the PS3.
Is it? Oh, is it for the PS4? I don't know.
I think.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, you might be right. Maybe it's for the PS4.
Don't fucking tell me what to do.
So, but I was thinking about getting that, and I don't know if it's fun to play, but I want to play it for the story just because it looks like a good buddy game.
Yeah, and it was made by the same people who made Shadow.
Yeah, exactly. Which means that I don't know. I feel like there's some connection between all the characters. Like first there's Shadow of the Colossus, then maybe there's Ico when the kid's a little older because we all know what happens at the end. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
I don't.
And then maybe that is a continuation of the new game because apparently they're supposed to be connected.
Katie hasn't said anything in like 20 minutes. Katie, just say something.
Well,
Hey.
get out your fucking list.
My phone's charging. What's
your
your
lips.
list?
All right, let's
Here's
talk
my
about
list.
Yeah, Katie, give us a subject.
funny, embarrassing sex stories.
Wait, here. Let's make
Why
a
are
sound
we
for that.
always talking
Okay, our
about-
next
I don't
topic
talk about
is
sex anymore.
funny, embarrassing sex stories. Here we go.
Ooh, that felt good.
I bet I could do it before Joey.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. Oh, I didn't mean to. All right, Katie, start it off.
Do you have a funny, embarrassing sex story?
I do.
Oh.
Ew.
Were you wearing cowboy boots and was there some kind of like
She was in a
bottom mold?
cornfield, and she said, "Country girls make do."
Can I just do a quick one? Just like throw a quick one in there.
Do
I
it.
didn't, I didn't know we were talking
Yeah.
about
This one time I ate an Oreo, wasn't Oreo.
I had a boyfriend that
slapped
really
Oreo
was
with-
into Mrs. Claus.
Oh no.
The end.
What?
No,
end
I
it
know that
there.
story.
What
you
he
have
said-
to finish that.
What'd she say?
Okay, for Christmas I got a fucking Mrs. Claus outfit because that's what I wanted, you know?
That's what you.
That's what I wanted.
Wait, was he like into Mrs.
He
Claus like,
was
all year round?
into fucking Mrs. Claus. I
All
mean,
year round.
he didn't expect it all
Happy
year
Halloween.
round. But it was
Sometimes
Christmas
you put on a
time.
little Christmas.
Hey.
Christmas time, you get that
Happy
fucking
Labor
Mrs.
Day.
Claus on.
You know, like every day, every girl, they put on their Mrs. Claus outfit and just have a good time with their boyfriend.
Happy Labor Day,
He
you
was
bad
so
boy.
happy.
He was so happy for
Mrs.
Mrs. Claus to come out of the closet.
Didn't he buy you a Mrs.
To
Claus
come out of the
lingerie?
closet.
Oh.
Yeah. Did I
She
not
says
say
for
that?
Mrs. Claus to come out of the
You
closet.
said a Mrs. Claus outfit. It made it sound like a Halloween outfit. It was
I mean, it was kind of like
It's
that.
Arbor
like,
Day,
it's
why not?
lingerie, sure. It was like midriff top thing with
Vincent
like.
has a hat like that.
It's not a hat.
Yeah, but there was it red and white or black
It
and
was
red?
red and white. That's
Yeah,
fucking
it
Santa
was.
Claus, bitch. That's Mrs. Claus, motherfucker.
Santa Claus, bitch.
It's Mrs. Claus, motherfucker.
She had the beard. She had the beard somewhere else.
Claus.
Yeah.
Wait. Is anyone
almost
feeling
fell.
drunk right now? I think you should drink all of
Claus,
that. I've drank.
7-7 dose.
I have a fucking problem here.
That's the weirdest cheers I've ever
Cheers,
seen.
mother.
Mrs. Claus, bitch. Santa, motherfucker.
Yeah. I feel like I have more weird sex stories, but continue.
I don't think any of us do.
I got
think
one.
It's just Diana.
I have an interesting.
Always
Wait,
me.
Katie didn't even get to go. You said.
Yeah, she
Let
got
me
one.
please get one in there real quick first. I was Mrs. Claus one time for Arbor Day. Happy Memorial Day.
Okay,
Here was Mrs. Claus.
let's merge.
I was having sex with my cousin and I just slapped her warts off her lips and then she I said his and her and she started bleeding and I ran down the hill.
Are you making fun of my story
I
of
was
my
trying
friend
to,
with
but
the
I
onion?
messed it all up. The onion.
Katie, go.
So I was seeing this guy one time, and we were in the firehouse, and it was the first time I was really doing anything sexual, and
She licks her lips after she says every sentence.
Keep doing, yeah, because it turns her around
It
like
turns
a
her-
rec- like a
it makes her
record
insides
baby.
do a fucking flip.
like a record baby.
anyway, so there was some hand action going on.
Were you guys
and
doing thumb wars?
Was there any cars?
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, I declare. So stuff got on my hand, and out of a reaction,
What was it? Boys come?
out of the reaction, I said, "Oh my goodness!" And as I did it, I like took my hand, and like just his semen just flew on his own forehead.
Flying semen.
Oh, you're one of those.
It was an accident. And he just went, "Oh." And I said, "I'm
Cum
so
is disgusting
sorry."
to me.
It is.
I got
It's
one
disgusting.
that was really awkward for me. So I was dating this girl for a while, and we were sitting on
How
this 6 months. Well, but
Okay,
it was
I know
like,
which one.
but it was also unofficial for 6 months.
Okay.
That was like 3 of them. You weren't around, so you don't know which one. Anyway,
Go on.
you don't know which one. You don't.
Okay.
Do I know which one?
Tell the fucking story.
You might actually.
Sam! This
Anyway, it was a while ago. Anyway, so I'm sitting there on the couch, and it was an electronic couch. I thought it was cool. I ate some fruit. I was forced to watch, what's that werewolf show on MTV?
Teen Wolf.
Yeah,
Jesus, guys.
So I'm watching that.
never
The
seen the
two,
show.
the
It's
two
Sam.
twins turn into like this big wolf, and she starts touching my pee pee. So then she makes my
Oh.
she
Why does he
made.
have to say it like a child?
Sorry, she starts touching my doidar. It gets my peener turned into a doidar. It's going, and she's using her mouth, and what she says is, "Can I take a picture of it?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Okay." So she goes back to doing it. I'm zoning out. I'm watching Teen Wolf. I'm fully invested. I realize that the main character's jaw is shifted to the left for some reason, and yet he's still... Yeah, exactly. I don't know why.
Love him.
I hear snap, and she took a picture of it. Gets up. I'm like, "Wait, what are you doing?" She runs into her mom's room, who is a cop. Comes out and says, "My mother approves. It makes her think of my father's."
Oh my god! Is this
Wait,
a real story? This
but
sounds
that's
fake
not
as
the end.
fuck.
That's not the end. So then, we have the rest of the night. I'm like, okay. and the mom comes out before I leave and gave me a hug for the first time.
I'm gonna need to see the picture. I don't believe this story.
I do not believe
was-
this story fucking
was-
for
it
one
was-
second. This is ridiculous.
That's who I
Yep,
thought it was.
okay, yeah, you know
The
who it
entire
was.
time, that's who I was picturing.
You know because there are other stories.
Yes.
What?
That was a
Fuck, is it
fun
real?
time to
Mertz.
watch you.
Mertz,
is
is
You
that
know
real?
it's real.
Is it real?
I haven't seen it, but knowing the person,
My
totally
mother
100% I could
approves.
see that.
Oh,
You didn't know
totally
her.
see
You
that.
didn't know.
Well, that's
Yeah.
really
Knowing
nice
her.
because the mother approves.
The mom gave me a hug, and it was weird. It was weird because I knew the father.
That's really
Maybe it was
strange.
like a mother-daughter kind of.
All I know is
there's really no
I was accepted that
excuse
night.
for that.
I was accepted that
That's
night.
really
Yeah, but,
strange.
like-
I felt like a
That's
piece
like-
of chorizo.
Okay, but like that's not okay. Like even though we're kind of laughing about it, it's not okay because you said no and then she did it anyway
That's
and then
not
showed
consent.
somebody else.
Not consent.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, cop or not, but like she shouldn't have taken the picture. She should have showed somebody else.
I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm
it was
sorry,
a compliment in the end, but I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared for many things in my life.
I don't think this counts as like a sex story, but
Why?
I wanted to hook up with this person.
Oh, I'm
Really
sorry,
long
Diana.
time, right? And instead of being a normal functioning human being, I got super wasted, vomited in my hair, and they had to bathe me instead.
Oh.
That was
They
my
had to
experience.
bathe you?
They bathed me.
Did they hold your
Bathe.
hair back?
No, I refused to let him in the bathroom
How did he bathe you?
because I let him in after I puked in my hair.
Oh.
What?
I took care of my friend once when he threw up.
You bathed him?
I didn't bathe him.
No,
he
I
threw
got-
up in the bathtub though. So.
Bitch, I got fucking bathed. I got fucking
That's
bathed.
more than you wanted from that man.
I don't want other people to bathe me. Stop.
I was probably a fucking brat about it because
You're always-
Chris knows how I am when I'm fucking drunk.
Ew, Brad.
Imagine trying
You're a little
to
drunk right now.
imagine trying to bathe me.
Oh,
Not you. You're fine.
Excuse me, am I not fine?
You're great. You're so great. I remember our buddy threw up once. He had a pot brownie from that bar we used to go to.
Oh yeah.
You know who it is.
talking about.
Okay. So I'm there, and for some... Okay, he doesn't feel good at all. At all. Okay? And just out of nowhere... I think he had like 4 meals that day. I saw every meal he had in
Ew.
order thrown up, but he threw it up not in the toilet,
I want
in
Chinese
his bathtub. In his bathtub.
oh my god.
Okay? I saw mini tacos. I saw pizza. That was from Zaw. I saw drinks. I saw some weird kind of
Does
ham.
Grubhub work in Long Island?
Yeah.
Stop.
Wait,
You're telling
why
a
is
good
that
podcast.
related to this? Oh, because he had many foods. Yes. And then he passed out with the gorillas on. I passed out on the floor of the bathroom, and I woke up and I threw up. And that's the end.
Nice.
Did you guys ever see any videos on YouTube that like scared you?
Like, genuinely, or?
Like genuinely.
Okay.
I don't take YouTube that serious.
So there
No,
was that one guy that was associated with that missing girl that he had like on her date of death, like the anniversary of her disappearance or something. He just made a video of him like laughing, like like going back and forth, like
Jesus Christ.
and like laughing, and they all thought that he was the one that caused her disappearance, and nobody ever found her body or anything.
way too quick to jump to conclusions.
Did
for
you-
anything.
No, but he had an association with her, and she just fucking disappeared. It was really weird. I have to look more into it, but that was one that was really creepy. The video was fucked and weird, and he had like a bunch of things that were like sort of associated with her. Like he was he was either trying to be associated with her death, or he had something to do with it.
That's weird.
Did you guys ever see that video of it's just this dude and he thought that his girlfriend was eating food out of the refrigerator whenever she was over. So he set up a camera just to be like, haha, I caught you. And then he leaves it on overnight and he goes to sleep, and then this woman, this homeless woman, comes out of the ceiling. She's been living in there for like months. She comes out of the ceiling in the middle of the night, goes to the fridge, pees in his sink, drinks
Why
from
in
his
the
milk carton, and then just scoots back up into the ceiling.
Wait.
And he woke up and he caught her. Oh my god, that thought
it real?
freaks me.
Oh
It was
my
real.
God.
Well,
Someone was actually living
as
there.
far as I know, a homeless woman snuck in.
It wasn't
for-
fake.
No, there have been so
far as
many
I know.
stories like
Can
that.
you send me that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
send us
scary.
the
Just
video.
type in
Watch that later.
homeless woman and ceiling, and you just see her with the green eyes in the middle of the night.
Green eyes?
No, no, no. with the-
raccoon, like,
no,
night
no.
vision.
The night vision camera, you know, when she looks at the
I'm
camera.
not gonna
she
watch
ta-
it,
She
but I'm
takes a
finding
piss in
it.
her sink, in his sink. Oh my god.
I almost typed green woman in the ceiling.
Bless you. I think it was either in Japan or New York City.
It was Japan. There was one
it
in
Japan?
Japan. There was definitely one in Japan.
Have you guys
I
ever
don't know if
seen
there was a
anything
video
freaky
of
like
it.
that?
What the fuck? Pissing in my sink.
Well, don't look it up now. I'll show
I'm
you
not,
later.
but it's by Afarak.
Ooh, this was a really
Rotium
good
Porn.
story. So this, I don't know if this was real, but this guy, he had this really weird nightmare, right? So he has this nightmare. He like goes into this cartoon world, and it's like an old like Mickey Mouse, like
Is this
think of
Eulalia?
vintage. No, like a
Who framed
vintage
this?
Mickey Mouse cartoon, like Steamboat Willie type
Oh,
thing.
indigenous.
And yeah, and then he's there, and like it just starts getting weird and creepy, and there's like crying music, and you know that like old like oh kind of sound, but like crying. No, like you think of old like think of Cinderella, you know, the opening song kind of thing, like that old. No, but like sounds like that, but it was made of like crying and sadness, and all the trees were crying, and there's a woman like sobbing in the background, and he's like trying to get out, and he's like he doesn't know.
What?
And he's calling his home phone, like in his dream. He's calling his phone because he doesn't know how to get out of this fucking creepy cartoon world. He keeps calling his phone. He keeps calling his phone, and then he wakes up. And the next morning, he listens to his voicemail.
Oh no.
No
And
way.
the weird cartoon crying noises are on his fucking voicemail.
That's
and
fake.
that's a video. I mean,
How could
it's
that be real?
How's
That's
that
a
called?
creepypasta.
What's that called? What's that
it was not
called?
a creepypasta,
What's that
but
called?
it sounded like a creepypasta.
There was a video on
And
YouTube.
then
I
he
don't
woke
know.
up and he had black eyes
What
and
video
flies
was it?
coming out, and Squidward was
No,
acting
but it was
so
really
weird.
good.
And
I'm
then I
not
went
telling
to
it well, but it was so good.
Wait.
And it was literally the best, like, cartoon crying noise. Like, it was so good. And that was the story, that he wakes up to that. And, like, okay, obviously it's probably not real.
And then all the Japanese kids killed themselves to the
Shut
lavender
up!
town because they
I
kept getting
honestly-
headaches.
No. The way that it was portrayed. What are you pointing at? All I'm saying is it was done really well. The sound was really cool, and it was just like a really cool story, and it left you with that kind of eerie feeling. Like I really liked it. I'm not saying like oh this is 100% real because
No, because
obviously
creepypastas are fun to listen to.
no, but this was definitely like a really it wasn't really a creepypasta. It was something that like someone just made like for YouTube. Like they had like this is the
It was on YouTube?
it was on YouTube, and they had this fucking sound, and it was just really, it was a really good story.
And it says da 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 da.
It was a really good story. It left me feeling weird, and it made me want to be like, let me call myself in my dream. Like, you know it's not real, but you hope that it is. It's got that kind of feeling to it.
in my dream.
Let me call myself in my dream.
Let me call myself my friend.
Do you remember those pop-ups that you would have on YouTube that are like from like 2006? Yeah.
The one with
It's
the
like
car?
Okay, yeah. So I was really young when that like first came out, and my dad was like, "Hey kids, come here, come look at this. I'm gonna buy
remember.
this car for your mom. Do you guys like it? Like, I'm gonna."
Oh my god, that's so good!
And we're like really little, and my mom like wasn't there. My dad was just playing the trick on us, and so he goes, "I think I'm gonna buy this car for your mom. Like, watch it drive and everything." And we're like I said, very young, and all of a sudden it just goes, "Ah!" And me and my brother ran away, and we said, "I hate you, Dad. I hate you. I hate you." And I slam my door, and I open the door, and I go, "I am never talking to you again, Dad. I am never talking to you again." And my dad's like,
He hasn't spoken to you in 15 years.
Yeah, he
when
left
did you
after
do
that
this?
day.
Your dad left.
yeah.
Do you guys remember at Disneyland when me, you, and Charles were trying to take a picture with Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore?
Oh, yeah.
And what's it called? Right before, okay, so we were waiting online to take a picture with all of them, and then the lady was like, "Okay, Pooh and Piglet have to leave. It's their time. It's their time to leave." And then the kids in front of us, because we were pretty close to them in the line. It was just Eeyore, and she was like, "Oh, but Eeyore's around to stay. We could still take pictures."
I love Eeyore.
Me too.
Reminds me of Sam.
what's it called? So Pooh and Piglet were walking backwards. They were like waving goodbye
Holding
to the kids.
hands.
Yeah, they were holding hands, blowing kisses and stuff. And two kids just go over and they go, "We hate you!" And then Pooh and Piglet are like waving and blowing kisses at them, and they're like, "We hate you! We hate you!"
Oh my god, it's so funny.
And the lady's like dying, laughing, even though she's like trying to keep her composure. We hate you! And the parents are like, "No, shh, we hate you." It was
I
so
remember
funny.
it turning around and one employee was talking to parents, and I guess she was like an extra there to help out. And I just remember turning around and she like just had her mouth open and she was just like, oh, what do I do? Like, these kids are screaming at my characters. Like, what do I do? And they were serious, too. They were really upset they couldn't take a picture.
The actors doing Pooh and Piglet must have
Yeah.
been cracking up inside their suits.
We hate you!
It was filled with so much anger.
Order food.
Joey, odds are you make your phone background a picture of you shirtless for a whole week.
No.
Odds? What are the odds?
What?
1 to 8.
Okay.
Wait, one day.
Wait,
One try. 1 to 8.
1 to 8. Okay.
3.
Okay.
Wait.
It's... Go.
All right. Hold on.
Are you guessing a number?
8? Odds are 8?
Odds are 8.
6. Oh my god!
Whoa.
Pop me in some more Fireball.
You got a little bit of stinker in there.
No.
Are you sticking my breath?
After.
No, you got great breath. Give us more.
Give us
What?
more.
Give us more.
More what?
Give us more.
I'm
Lovin'.
completely sober if you want me to
I
try.
was so mad when I was at the bar the other night and Redbone came on, Come and Get Your Love, and someone interrupted. Yeah, someone got in my way.
Who got in your way?
Someone. I was ordering a drink.
Fireball me, bitch.
I think it was the bartender. I got mad because I was standing there. I'm singing the song. And it was finally my turn to order my drink. And he's like, "Hey, what can I get you? All happy?" And I was so mad. So disappointed. I was so disappointed. I'm like, why's he gotta ruin the song? I don't know why I was so genuinely upset because I was singing it and I love that song. Bum 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 bum. Come and get your love.
Stop. It's way too loud. Stop.
Focus on your finger. He thrusts his fists against the wall.
He thrust his fists
Against
against
the
the
wall.
post. No!
Fine.
And still insists he sees the ghost.
Oh my god.
Oh, what is that?
He thrusts his
He
fists
thrusts
against the
his
post.
fists against the post and still
still
insists he sees the ghost.
I feel like I'm being cursed.
When his
me
Doidar
too.
pops on out, you will sit and then you'll shout. You make me think of that witch from Dragon Age 1.
Morgan?
That one.
Thank
but back
you.
when you had the cool hair.
Thank you. Back when you had the cool hair.
Thank you. People think that I'm cursing them all the time. They say, "Oh, something bad's happening to me." Is Diana cursing me? I'm like, "No, I don't care about you. Like, why would I
Oh,
curse
actually,
you?"
I had something really weird happen to me the other night
What
that
was
I
it?
actually can't explain.
Yeah.
Explain it.
It was really okay. So it was actually really strange. So it happened to both me, and I brought it up like in conversation at my house, and my mom said the same thing happened to her. Now what it was so I'm sleeping. This was last weekend. My friend was over. He's sleeping on the floor. He was knocked out. It was a long day, and I had this little throw blanket. You know, sometimes my cats goes in my room, but like she wasn't in my room all day. I had it locked, and in the middle of the night, it had to be like maybe 3 or 4 in the morning. There was like this liquid. I woke up and there was this really, really cold liquid that like it was sitting on the blanket, streamed down, went on my arm, streamed off of me, and I didn't feel wet, but like as it hit me, it felt wet, and I pressed on the blanket, and it didn't soak in any of the liquid. It was just like cold liquid sitting on it. So I threw it in my hamper, and I woke up the next day, and I beforehand I was sniffing it. It wasn't pee or anything like that, or my friend didn't pour anything on me, and it was just like it never happened.
Joey. Ectoplasm.
But then my mom, I told this to my mom, and she's weird, and she said that the same thing happened to her in the middle of the night 3 days earlier on her heating blanket, and it was like this. No.
So what? Ectoplasm on her fucking eating blanket?
But it was like this cold fluid that didn't soak in. It just like ran off, and then it just wasn't there.
It ran off.
Yeah, like like streamed off. It didn't soak in.
That's a fluid that runs off.
No, it was really
Nice and
strange.
cold.
I couldn't explain it. I really couldn't explain it. It freaked me out a little bit.
My ghost experience was really weird, and I've never had an experience before this ever in my life. And so
What was it? Someone touched their finger?
what? The-
Someone touched their finger at Katie and scared her
Yeah.
half to death.
Oh
Made her
no!
heart come right out of her chest.
So my boyfriend and I were doing the drive from New York to Texas
Doing the
in
what?
the car, doing the drive.
Oh, the drive.
And a ghost was standing in the middle of the street.
Yeah,
What was his name?
Said hello.
ghost.
And Katie said,
Go ahead, Katie. I'll let you tell your story. You did.
So, we were doing the drive, and when we were about 5 hours away, we decided to pull over because we were exhausted so we could get some sort of sleep. So as we were sleeping, trucks were going by like 80 miles an hour, and it just like shook the car, and we kept waking up and falling back asleep and waking up and falling back asleep, but we got some sleep. So then we did the rest of the drive home,
Stop it! I'm gonna win.
the 5 hours home, and we got home at like 5 or 6 in the morning.
You're being a brat. Me too. I'm sorry.
You bratty boys and girls.
Good girl.
Fuck, Katie. Go ahead.
So, as we get home, we didn't even
long.
take anything out of the car. We went home, and as we were laying in bed, I could hear behind me what sounded like on the wall
Wait, you
crackling.
went all the way back
Tell her
home?
like a
Yeah.
normal story. This isn't like a book. Just tell us.
I'm so hang on. You stopped
See.
at the side of the road and
Yeah.
trucks were going by,
Yes.
but also you went back home to your bed.
No. To Texas.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm confused.
Okay. We were driving.
she was driving
We were driving
Driving.
from New York to Texas.
from New York to Texas.
We had 5 hours left
5 of them.
until
such a little shit.
we got back to Texas, and I could hear when I was laying down what sounded like fire crackling on the wall.
Boom, papa.
I think everybody's really drunk.
That's Polish. Papa.
Did you drink Chris, did you drink anything? I think it's me and Joe. Did you drink
Dip it in shit.
That's what it was. A dip it in shit.
Can we
Dip it
shut
in
the fuck
shit.
up and like Katie?
Stop! Oh my god! What are you doing?
You're the one that started it. You broke the tail. Now let her
No,
finish.
hold on. Fuck us. Let's Mertz. Shut up.
Fuck us, let's birds. Yeah. If you do that one more time.
Let us Mertz, amen.
Creepy ghost girl's gotta shut it. Go.
I'm not the creepy girl.
Oh, am I allowed to keep going?
You can keep going because macaroni's quiet.
Smack. And I kept hearing voices, and it sounded very, very creepy, and I didn't like it.
That's the end.
Can you give us some...
That Mertz story, we just ruined her story because it made it so anticlimactic because we were such fucking brats in the middle of it.
Charlie G. loves Eileen.
Poor Katie Mertz. I'm so. Can we cheers?
Oh, okay. Pow, pow. How?
I watch Katie when she sleeps in the night. She breathes, and it
legs
goes.
spragging?
She goes.
She screams in
You
the
can
howl
tell.
of the night. Oh! I beg
Where's
for you,
my
common puss.
Oh.
Where's my husband? David.
Here I am. Katie, I'm here.
And he comes out the window, it shoots in the window and gets its way in.
Baby, I was missing you. Lifts up the blanket.
No, and it gets its. Oh my god!
Stop, don't touch it. We have to figure
All right.
out a way to wrap this up.
All right, that was our podcast, guys. Fuck
No.
you. Good night.
Thanks for watching
you
this
smell like a
long.
hamburger.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this long. This was
How does one watch? You listen.
I don't know
listen.
why you listen to
Fucking
this,
mess.
but
Sometimes I listen to podcasts
we
when
very
I'm at the gym.
bested. I really feel
Diana,
like
do
we did.
hi-hats.
What does that
I'll
mean?
do rhythm. Katie, what do you want to do? Beat?
Sure, like.
Well, let's start it up. Let's go like this.
No. Katie, Joey's gonna rap.
Oh, I'm not good at it.
Do it.
You're really putting me on the spot. I don't. Can you do a different one, Chris? Okay. Hey! Thanks, Car! Coming to our stream, playing songs. She's really mean.
I hate it.
Fine!
I give this a thumbs
Yeah,
down.
I got a thumbs
like
down. My name is Diana, and I like
You
to cry in
can't
rain.
fucking dance out.
I like to cry.
You cannot
In the
dance
rain.
out if it's a podcast.
Dancing
'cause
out.
No one can fucking
Fade
do
You
out.
sit down. You make the likes break. You make them scared.
My name's Diana. I like thinking about bell sprouts.
Bye.